I don't know why I feel so inclined to at least briefly talk about this, but it's just kind of a captivating story. I'm sure you've at least heard some whispers about this supervillain, but there is a serial sperm bank donor who has now fathered over 500 children, which has caused a lot of outrage because there are real dangers associated with this, because he's got more kids than a male seahorse, right? And they deliver like 2,000 babies at once. He's on track to match the seahorse numbers. So the problem is, these kids will grow up, and there's a chance that they find each other and never know they're related. So it could lead to inbreeding and incest. It's an incest concern, which is why a lot of people now are starting to rally against this sperm donor, because it's a big deal. He has too many kids. He needs to be cut off. The bartender needs to shut that shit down at the sperm bank. Tell the goddamn milkman here that, you know, no more deliveries. They've got plenty of supply for a lifetime. His name is Jonathan Jacob Meyer, and his name even sounds made up. That sounds like some John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith shit right there. But he's apparently well known in the sperm scene. In fact, he was even blacklisted from donating sperm in the Netherlands in 2017. It is just a legitimate problem. I went over it a bit more on stream, so I'll show you some clips from that before getting back into it. Did you hear of the serial sperm donor with 500 plus children who's being sued for increased incest risk? Yeah, what's his name? Caleb texted me. It's like he has like an NPC name. It's like John Madison or something. Well, it's probably not John Madison. That's one of the fucking founding fathers. But oh, it's James Madison. What's the guy's name? Jonathan Jacob. Jonathan Jacob Meyer. Jonathan Jacob Meyer has donated sperm to at least 13 clinics, including 11 in the Netherlands, where he was blacklisted in 2017 for fathering 102 children. Man's out here trying to be the next Genghis Khan. Be the dad to half the population. The group alleges that the serial donor has lied about the number of children he's fathered. We're taking action against this man because the government is doing nothing. He has global reach via the internet, and he does business with large international sperm banks. Do they like him? Do the sperm banks like him? Is he providing them like a valuable service that they defend him? I have to imagine they have access to plenty of sperm. They probably don't need them, right? Would I ever donate sperm? Probably not. Not even because I think it'd be like a yucky, weird experience. I just feel bad because I'd condemn a kid to be short. And not everyone can deal with such a burden. Yeah, I wouldn't want him to grow up to have like short man syndrome, like short man rage. If I had known he had already fathered more than 100 children, I would have never chosen this donor. When I think about the consequences this could have for my child, I'm sick to my stomach. Going to the court is the only way to protect my child. That is quite an interesting situation. He's fathered so many children that it's now a non-zero risk that those kids grow up and then they end up, you know, reproducing with each other, not knowing that they're related. Do you think this is a kink of his? No, I think he's just some kind of like B-tier supervillain from a comic book. Like, he hatched this nefarious plot, and it's a long-term con where it's like, I'm going to fill the Netherlands with, you know, hundreds of my children and they'll never know. And then the inbreeding will commence and lead to generations of brain decline. I'll destroy the Netherlands from the inside out. That kind of thing. Holy shit. An Australian couple paid over $6,500 to a Danish fertility clinic for his sperm. What? We chose him because he was worldly, creative, and very intelligent. He was open to meeting his donor children, and he looks like my partner. It sounds like she was just attracted to him. He could have just given it to you au natural. You probably wouldn't have even had to pay $6,500. He won't be stopped. I think it's disgusting. I'm incredibly angry and disappointed. I can't believe I have to tell my child that he has hundreds of siblings. Yeah, it is kind of fucking wild. So right now, it's a civil lawsuit against him because he knowingly continued to donate sperm like an absolute madman, just tossing these things out like free samples at a mall food court. And he did it at 11 clinics in the Netherlands, which has led to over 100 children in the Netherlands alone. And he continues to donate it internationally as well to spread his seed even further across the planet. He himself is saying the reason he keeps donating so much sperm here, like gallons upon gallons of it, is because he just wants to make sure everyone can have the joy of having a child, and he's doing his part to give them the tools necessary for it, I suppose. I don't think he realizes just how big of an issue it is to father more than 500 kids like that. I mean, it's not like a small thing, right? You would hate for those kids to end up meeting each other not knowing that they're related and then leading to fucking inbreeding, right? That's terrible. That's awful. I'm hoping they do win the lawsuit against this guy, and I'm hoping the sperm banks are gonna do their due diligence to ensure they don't keep using his samples. They're gonna have to like double and triple check those to make sure that it's not John Jacob coming in again under like another pseudonym or anything like that. Going in disguise, he's got like a fucking fake mustache and glasses on and goes to jerk off into their facilities. So yeah, it is actually pretty distressing. So just wanted to talk about it because the whole thing's wild. That's about it. So yeah. I'm deep in the rabbit hole of unsuccessful and embarrassing flirting, and it's made me really appreciate that I grew up in a time where cell phone video was a fucking sci-fi concept. If you ever tried to take a video with your Motorola Razr back in the day, it came out looking like a picture of Sasquatch. So I got lucky that cell phone video wasn't really common back then, because if it was, I would have been in every cringe compilation for the next 15 fucking years. But I am super happy that now everyone records everything, because it's really pushed us into the golden age of cringe. Today I'd like to share with you a video that also reminds me a lot of me when I was younger, where I believed that I needed a shtick, something that makes me unique from other people to stand out in front of women. I chose the mysterious anime character, and the guy in the video you're about to watch chose the Joker. I've already told this story before, but I'll give you a brief lore recap. In my freshman year of college, I completely reinvented myself to emulate the mysterious anime characters from shows I used to watch, because they always got the big-tittied 2D waifus, so I thought if it worked for them, it'll work for me. Women must love it. They didn't. I just became the creepiest guy at my college. I refused to communicate with anyone there. Anytime someone asked me a question, I wouldn't respond. I'd just stay silent. I even remember there was one time it was raining outside after one of my classes ended, and we were all waiting under the, overhang of our classroom for it to just at least stop raining a little bit, and people with umbrellas left. I had an umbrella, but I was still waiting with everyone, and then I thought it would be a good idea to take my shirt off and walk through the rain. So I did that. I fucking ripped my shirt off like Hulk Hogan, threw it in the trash, and just walked shirtless through the rain all the way back to my dorm. Because in my head it was a cool idea where the girls in my class would be like, wow, this is a mysterious guy, why'd he do that? This is amazing, this is a bad boy, I gotta get to know him. That wasn't the case. I probably just came across as a fucking weirdo. Yeah, I'm getting sidetracked already. This video is bringing out the demons. What I want to show you today is a guy who tried to pretend like he has the Joker's laugh in front of his coworker, because I guess he thought it'd be a good idea.
I've been told that my laugh is very reminiscent of the Joker.
Of the Joker, yeah. I hear it, I think, yeah.
For some reason, everyone who's ever taken a single theater class in high school has all decided that they're gonna be the next Joker, so they all practice the Joker laugh a million fucking times, and we've got some classic videos from it, such as the, "I'm the Joker, baby! Ah!" And then there's that one where that dude was painting his face and doing the laugh, and then his roommate walks in concerned, damn near called the police on him. We've got some amazing videos from it, but I don't really understand why so many dudes think it's a good idea to pretend to be the Joker to get laid. It's not really effective for flirting, you just come across like a psychopath. It's not like the Joker was slaying pussy.
Are you laughing because I
Yeah. Yeah.
The fake laugh from her here is painful, but he's doubling down. He's cackling. I've no doubt he practiced this in the mirror moments before unleashing it in the wild here. He said, today's the day. I'm gonna show her my Joker laugh, and then we're getting married by the end of the week. When I think of the Joker these days, I don't even think of the actual character anymore. I just think of videos like these and those goofy Facebook Joker memes from lonely dudes who are just down on their luck because the girl they like got a new boyfriend. So they post things like, fuck the fucking fuckers before the fucking fuckers fuck you, which is a classic. I'm pretty sure that actually comes straight from Confucius, but they slapped it on a picture of the Joker. But it really is such a shame to see what the Joker has become online. Like, this is the legacy of the Joker now. I still think the Joker is an extremely well-written villain, but my god, it's become like a symbol of cringe on the internet because of videos like this.
Are you still on the clock?
Yeah.
Okay, go fucking work.
I need a drink. I can't breathe.
My God.
I can't fucking breathe. It's like, what the fuck? Why so serious? Oh my gosh.
This guy is now going to have to do this every time he laughs at work. He will never be able to just normally laugh again. He's always going to have to be in Joker mode because of this. Otherwise, she'll know it was all a ruse, an act. And he doesn't actually have a laugh reminiscent of the Joker. But anyway, I just wanted to share this video with all of you because I think it's another valuable lesson to learn that you don't need some unique shtick about yourself in order to stand out in front of girls. You know, I used to think you did, which is why I pretended to be a mysterious anime guy. You don't need some quirk like the Joker's laugh or anything. You can just be yourself without having to put on this kind of song and dance like, hey, look, I'm the fucking Joker, baby. You know, and it's probably better you don't do that. But anyway, that's about it. So yeah. I put some lights in these shelves over here, and they look pretty bright on camera. It looks like a flashbang went off behind me. That's what I imagine it looks like when an angel comes down from heaven. It's like a sterilization chamber in a laboratory. My god. But anyway, today I wanted to do a little check-in on our good friend, the Russian Popeye, aka Bazooka Arms, aka the Saint of Synthol, or, as I like to call him, the petroleum jelly juggernaut. I'm talking about Kirill. Kirill is a man who's been in the public eye for about 2-3 years now because he injects petroleum jelly into his biceps, and he gave himself these SpongeBob anchor arm looking things. And he's not the only one in the world to do this. It's called synthol, and what they do is they inject it into whatever muscles they want to bubble up and look like a badly drawn anime character. And it's just a bunch of oil in a syringe. They inject it and it blocks blood flow and it like inflates the muscle like a balloon. And it's extremely dangerous. A lot of people have died from it, and Kirill's no exception. In fact, 2 years ago he had to undergo life-saving surgery in order to drain his biceps because they were killing him. And I wanted to do a little check-in because I remembered reading about that, and I wanted to see where he was today. And would you believe it? He's back to using fucking synthol and petroleum jelly to pop up his muscles for the sake of TikTok clout. It just seems like TikTok likes are more addicting than heroin and worth losing your life over. Kirill is once again risking his life for the sake of his goofy fucking biceps because of the attention they garner online from people laughing at him. He has made his entire career online being laughed at. Most of you may remember Kirill from the slapping tournament from a while back where he went up against Vasily Kamatsky and got absolutely blasted and banished to the Shadow Realm. You also might recognize him from his lackluster MMA debut where he fought someone named The Old Man twice and lost both times in a pretty humiliating fashion. He's also had numerous other videos made about him and why he continues to inject. He does it because he likes it. He likes his biceps being that way. It's his entire personality. There's more jelly in this man's body than there is in a fruit gusher, and he won't stop, it seems, even after having to undergo multiple life-saving surgical procedures in order to stabilize him. He is still continuing to use to this day. In fact, he posted on TikTok just 4 hours ago. I'm gonna have to not play the original audio here because of DMCA, so just a heads up, I might just put like 2019 guy instrumental on it or something. Yeah, it's not only his biceps that have undergone enhancements, and I'm using that word really generously, but he's also begun having plastic surgery on his face, so he's been getting like facial injections that he's showing off online now. But he has fully gone back to injecting into his biceps, and they seem to be just as big, if not even a little bigger than they used to be. Honestly, that little groove that he's doing right there, that little boot scootin' boogie, it's syncing up nicely to the 2019 Guy song, so I actually think this is an improvement to the original video. But yeah, so as you can see, he's fully back in the swing of injecting his arms with synthol, petroleum jelly, whatever, for TikTok views and Instagram views, of course. His Instagram is a lot of just like making out with girls or like having a girl on top of him as he squeezes her ass or something to prove that he has sex. I don't really get it, but yeah. His arms once again look like Ed, Edd n Eddy when they put a jawbreaker in their mouth. And it's kind of sad, because he almost died from this. His life was saved, and he's just going right back to what almost killed him. One thing I've never understood about his online branding is he calls himself Bazooka Hands. Like his TikTok is Bazooka Hands. But his hands are normal sized, it's his biceps, so why not Bazooka Biceps? Or even just Bazooka Arms? Why hands? His hands are the only thing on his body that don't seem modified at the moment. So I just feel like maybe there was like a language barrier there or something, but it doesn't really work. The name doesn't match what you get. When I hear Bazooka Hands, I'm expecting like fucking lunchbox-sized bear claws, not normal boy hands plus Popeye arms, which is why people call him Russian Popeye, because it looks like Popeye after he gets his spinach. So I don't know why he settled on Bazooka Hands for his online handles. I just think that was a bit of a misstep. But I'm not his PR agent, you know. I'm not here to really, you know, nitpick it so much, but just a little confusion there. As for all of the facial modifications he's undergone, I don't exactly know when that happened, because it kind of just came out of nowhere when following his Instagram. So I guess at some point he decided that the biceps weren't enough. He wants to continue to mod his whole body. And I don't know how he's doing the facial stuff, if that's under the supervision of a professional plastic surgeon, or if he's, again, just taking matters into his own hands and using old trusty petroleum jelly. I hope not, because that'd be awful, like even more awful to inject petroleum jelly directly into your fucking face, but who knows? He has a history of abusing these kind of substances, and it's just honestly sad to see him get right back on the saddle and put his life in jeopardy just for the sake of more internet attention. It's a real shame. And I think this is like an actual case of a mental illness, being addicted either to the attention or to like the appearance of the big biceps. Even though they're literally killing him, he doesn't care, it seems. Which is odd, because when they interviewed him when getting his life-saving surgery, it seemed like there was a level of self-awareness where he was like, yeah, it's pretty stupid to start doing this when I was 20. I really hope, you know, all the surgeries go well and this and that. And then, you know, fast forward not even 2 full years later, and he's right back to doing the same thing. So it's just an unfortunate circumstance. One thing that stood out to me about his TikTok more so than in his past is it seems like he has even less mobility of his arms than he used to. Because even when he was doing slapping, even when he was doing those other videos, it still seemed like he could move his arms around. Like when he was in his fight, he could like throw punches. He even got into an arm bar in one of them, and while it looked like his bicep was about to burst like a fucking zit, it still had like mobility to it. In all of these TikToks, he has such a limited range of motion, which is obvious when you look at the size of his biceps, and also knowing the history of already having surgery to save the arm in the first place and save his life. It's getting worse, it seems. And the arms also look worse this time around. Like they look more unhealthy and more like dead and swollen and red. Like it just feels a lot more catastrophic this time around. Because it probably is. I imagine after having his arm drained, he maybe overcompensated even more so with like additional jelly injections and like double or tripled his usual amount or something in order to get back to where he was prior to the surgeries. I'm just spitballing here and speculating, but it actually does seem like he's in a worse state now. Something I noticed in a lot of his TikToks that made me feel even worse for him is he treats himself like he's a circus freak performer, where he'll go towards the camera and like jiggle his like biceps around in order to try and make it like a shock thing, I believe, because they look like diseased. Like the biceps, they look like they're about to fall off at any moment. It looks like he's smuggling rocks under his arm. It just doesn't look normal, and I'm sure he knows that, which is why he takes it right to the camera and gets like all up in close on like all of the dead skin and all of that. I don't know. It's just really upsetting because, like I said, I remember reading when he had his arm drained, and I would have assumed he'd turn his life around from there, getting a new lease on life, a second chance. But instead, all he did was go back to the exact same routine and the exact same set of circumstances that landed him in a life-risking situation to begin with. So yeah, I just want to do a little checkup here. Unfortunately, not exactly a happy ending to it, but hopefully his arms will get drained again and he'll survive and finally learn his lesson. Who knows? But anyway, that's about it. See ya. What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I want you to forget everything you think you know about men. You didn't know what a real man looked like until right now. Now you're looking at a real man. This is what evolution wanted the XY chromosomes to look like. This guy is the definition of masculinity, the epitome of testosterone. You think you're a man because your wiener can get up to 6 inches? Fuck you. This man's womb room is 6 inches flaccid. You think you're a man because you have some hair on your scrotum? Fuck you. This man's scrotum is made out of hair. Probably looks like a fucking Karibo from Yu-Gi-Oh! This is a man. You are a boy. I thought I was a man. I now realize I'm a boy. You think you've seen men in movies or in real life? No. All you've ever seen are boys. Nay, toddlers, compared to this Adonis. This Greek god of a man. I'm just going to go ahead and play the video so you can see what I mean.
What's up, Facebook? So I'm in a bathroom right now in an airplane. And I have a guy sitting next to me that thinks he owns the armrest.
You got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna get between this man and his armrest. He'd snap me in half. He'd eat my tits. He looks like a goofy Lex Luthor. You gotta feel bad for whatever homunculus dared take the armrest from this man. I pity him.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try to get some video of me showing that if he wants to tussle with the muscle, he's gonna get it. So I'm gonna bump him off and hopefully I get it on camera.
Someone better have made funeral arrangements for that poor soul using the armrest, because his arm's about to get bumped into oblivion. He's gonna bump him, dude's just gonna fucking combust. This sociopathic Howie Mandel ain't fucking around. Like he said, you just don't tussle with the muscle. Did you fucking see that impact? I'm surprised the plane didn't catch fire. That is the power of CrossFit Gamma. You too, if you take CrossFit classes, can bump the arm of a sleeping gentleman right off of the armrest. I also love the victim of this man's brutal bumping, his reaction. It's beautiful. He's just so stunned and confused and perturbed. It's just this flurry of emotions, and it all just leads back to why. What was the purpose, you know? I absolutely love how crossfitting Patrick Stewart pretends to be asleep so that way it doesn't have to be any confrontation between the two of them over his actions. And you can just tell that his heart is racing. Oh no, please don't say anything about it. It was a power move. Don't call me out on it, please. I'm just going to pretend to be asleep. It's super pathetic. If you're going to commit to this, you might as well go all the way. Just bump his arm off, stare him dead in the eyes, maybe even stimulate your nipples or something. Be like, yeah, I just bumped your arm off, pussy. What are you going to do about it? You going to touch my penis about it? Is that what you're going to do? You know, just just fucking stand your ground then. If you're gonna be an asshole, commit to being an asshole. Don't pretend to just be some passive dude, oh, I just fell asleep and bumped your arm off, when you're hyping yourself up in the bathroom. But anyway, yeah, that is a real man for you all, and that's it. So yeah. I just watched an unbelievable freakout where an argument between two boat captains escalates to piracy, basically, where one of the dudes boards the other vessel like he's playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It's like a scene out of Pirates of the Caribbean before they added in all of VFX. It's so fascinating how this dude just blew a gasket, had a conniption, over a problem he himself caused. He was the genesis of this entire thing. And yes, the other guy was saying mean words back to him in this argument, but that doesn't give him the right to board that boat and try and fucking start swashbuckling with the guy. So the name of the loose cannon captain is Brock Horner. People are calling him Brock Horny Horner. And he has a very interesting lore. Quite a rap sheet, which we'll get into towards the end. I want to show you the video first. He boarded the boat of someone named Gage, and Gage captured this entire interaction on video and posted it for everyone to see.
What, like 5 in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cussing me out?
Nah, that was the dude in that boat. Were you the one that came through the middle of the bridge? Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I was here, but you ran in front of the other dude over there.
You were cussing me out, dude.
Bro, you ran right through the middle of the bridge while we were all fishing.
In the middle of the fucking night, the guy didn't have any lights on.
Bro, we were all fishing here. The fucking.
He didn't have any lights on.
All right, bro. I'm not gonna do this with you, bro. I'm not gonna fucking do this with you, bro. Like, it's not the right time, bro.
You know the laws?
Bro, you can't come flying through the middle of the fucking bridge, bro.
Bullshit. Yes, I can.
All right, bro.
So a bit of the background. Brock Horner is a charter captain, and he's got some people out with him. 2 of the people on this boat have apparently come forward. I've watched 2 TikTok videos from 2 different people claiming that they were on this boat. Both of them condemning Brock in a big way. They did not like him at all. And they also corroborate that this started when Brock drove his boat really fast under that bridge there, and now he's accusing Gage of cussing him out after he did that. Gage is saying, no, that wasn't me, that was a different boat up there, you disrupted all of us. And Brock believes that it's Gage, and Gage didn't have his lights on, but Gage is saying, no, brother, that wasn't me, that was that guy that cussed you out. But now Gage is getting angry because now Brock is attacking him, so now Gage is cussing him out, for sure, because Brock is looking like a fucking fool right now. He's looking like a full clown.
What are you trying to do, bro?
What am I trying to
What are you trying to do, bro?
You want to fucking go?
I don't want to fucking go. I want you to get the fuck out of here.
Big tough guy?
Tough guy? You pulled up on me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
Nah, shit. I'm fishing, you fucking... Like, bro, get out of here. Like, what? What are you trying to do? Act like a tough guy in front of your buddies?
No, I'm not. Dude, all these motherfuckers know I'm tough, motherfucker.
Bro, all right, bro.
I will always love that statement, like, no, I'm tough, I am tough, because I'm telling you I'm tough, and everyone here knows it. I'm the toughest there is, and you don't tussle with the muscle. I'm so fucking tough, I'll eat a bowl of rusty nails right now and put 2 fingers in my butt. Well, how about that, huh? What do you feel about that? Like, that's shit Wes Watson does, Pegged Watson. He literally talks like Wes Watson.
You know what?
Get going, bro.
We're all fucking war veterans. We're all raised.
Well, thank you for your service, bro.
And you're gonna talk shit.
Thank you for your service, bro. But that doesn't give you the right.
Pussy ass fuck.
All right, bro. All right, whatever. I appreciate you for your service, bro. But you don't got to run through the middle of the bridge, bro.
Dude, if your guy doesn't have his fucking lights
That's
on,
not my guy, bro. That's just another fucking dude, bro.
you have to have lights on.
My lights were on, bro.
Motherfucking lights.
My lights were on.
Somebody hits you, guess what the fuck happens? You die, nothing happens to me.
Right, okay, bro. Keep thinking that.
No, that's the fucking truth, dude.
All right, bro. Keep thinking that.
Put your fucking lights on.
Bro, my lights were on. I wasn't sitting there. Okay, that's not my dude, bro.
As is common for the current day and age, there's a lot of people on Brock's side saying the kid brought it on himself. He's clearly in the wrong. Which I don't know how you can go through life with a poisoned mind like that. That is craziness. That anyone can see this and think Brock is acting rationally or reasonably in any fashion whatsoever. He is out here yelling and screaming, hooting and hollering at this guy whom he doesn't even know if it was the same guy that cussed him out earlier, even though Brock was the one that caused all this hoopla. According to someone who claims to be on that boat, he was going around 60 under that bridge, busting ass, zooming under that bridge, and now someone cussing him out has hurt his feelings. The mean words disrupted his sensitive skin, so now he's back for round 2, the dessert, to try and, puff out his chest on the guy. A guy, by the way, that he cannot even confirm is the right target for his anger. So he comes out and is treating this like an Xbox Live lobby with all of this screaming at someone he thinks might have been the same guy. Now, I'm inclined to believe Gage's claim that it was somebody else out there that cussed him out after Brock flew through, and that Gage did have his lights on. I'm inclined to believe his story over Brock, because Brock's not even sure, nor are the two people that spoke in the TikTok video. They don't know if it was the same guy either. But regardless, the way he's acting, even if it was Gage, is totally unreasonable.
Get the fuck out for it!
Bro, I said, bro, you almost fucking hit him. The other dude was fucking cussing you out.
I almost hit him because he didn't have his motherfucking lights on!
Bro, you shouldn't come flying through the middle of the bridge. You know people fish here, bro.
Dude,
I'm sorry, man. I don't know if that's what you want to hear, bro.
yeah, you should apologize, motherfucker!
But, bro,
You're on the water more than you can possibly fathom in your wild
me,
motherfucking dream.
me too, bro. I'm out here all the time, bro.
I'm 300 days a year on the motherfucking water.
All right, bro.
Every day, I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet in your motherfucking life.
All right,
If
bro.
you cuss me out.
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Please, bro.
As he's making the statement that he is the best charter captain you'll ever see in your motherfucking life, he is literally boarding this guy's boat. That is, by law, piracy. That's an act of piracy, basically. At least from everything I've read. I'm the best captain, as he's fucking getting ready to get on the guy's ship like he's playing fucking Sea of Thieves. Keep in mind, Brock is doing this in front of customers. In front of people on his ship that have paid to be there. Or one of them has claimed that he was filming for Brock for his content. And both of the people that spoke out claiming to be on this boat said that they got no bites all day, so they didn't even get content, he said. But you can see not a single one of them's making a peep here. They are beyond embarrassed. They don't even want their faces to be seen. Like, all of them are looking straight down like it's a fucking funeral service. And the two that have claimed to be there and have spoken out both say that they're really regretful for not stopping this maniac. So it's absolute lunacy. So the dude is now, he has fully boarded the other boat. So now Gage has an unwanted, unruly passenger on his boat as he's trying to, get away.
Please, okay, please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Bro, I'm a kid, bro. Please.
Apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
You're gonna cuss me the fuck out.
All right, bro.
In the middle of the
No, bro. Please, bro. Please,
Get me back
bro.
to my boat.
Okay. Please.
Fucking apologize.
I'm sorry, bro. That was not me, bro.
Yes, it was,
I know I
motherfucker.
was here, but my buddy was
Take
on the
me
boat.
back to my
Yes,
fucking
sir.
boat.
I'm a kid, bro. Please,
I
bro.
don't care. You don't cuss me
Yes,
the fuck
sir.
out.
All
and
right.
talk shit to me, motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
You don't do it.
Now, it's been a while since I've gone fishing. I, in my old age, get very bad motion sickness, so I don't really get out on the water much anymore. But when I used to be far more active out there, every time we'd go out, our captain would carry. It was pretty common. And in a situation like this, Gage is clearly fearing for his fucking life here. Brock is lucky Gage wasn't carrying, because I feel like he would have had a really strong case blasting him after he boarded his fucking boat. That is unbelievably reckless and dangerous. I cannot believe someone that spends 300 days a year as one of the best fucking charter captains the globe has ever seen. He is the Davy Jones of the sea. How he would actually do something like this. Because it's an unhinged action that could have very well have gotten him killed as well. But anyway, Gage is obviously very afraid here. He is now trapped on his boat with this guy who is freaking out, and Gage is now panicking and he's apologizing profusely, and he does change his story here saying no, it was my friend, and now he's like, earlier he was saying it was just a guy, not his dude. So like, it's possible that it really was someone he knew that said it earlier, or maybe he's making it up and he did say it earlier, but I really feel like it doesn't matter in any case here because, again, Brock is the one that blew through there way too fast. It does seem like the lights were on, at least according to everything I've seen. So whether or not it was Gage or some mystery boater or a friend of Gage who cussed out Brock, it doesn't matter because Brock's response to it is so outrageous, so over the top, that it can only be him at fault here.
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't like cussing you out though, bro.
Yes, you were, dude.
I was driving the boat. Okay.
Did you not call me a fucking faggot?
No, bro.
Yes,
that
you did,
was my
motherfucker.
friend on the. Okay, I'm sorry, bro.
That was your friend on the boat.
I'm sorry, bro.
Your motherfucking friend. I'll look at it and come
Yes,
on
sir.
your phone and fuck you both up.
Yes, sir.
Do it again and watch what fucking happens.
Get back on this boat.
Don't fucking do it again.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty much where the confrontation ends. I want to show you a statement from Brock's lawyer in just a moment, as well as his previous criminal history and a couple of other really interesting tidbits. But before doing that, I want to mention that I've seen a lot of people saying that Gage was a coward for the way he acted after Brock boarded his boat. I think that is so fucking stupid. Like, the people saying that are the same people that probably tremble and piss their britches when the waitress asks them what they want to eat off of the fucking entree menu. Like, there is no one here in their right mind that would think that what Gage did here was a bad call. He is doing everything he can to de-escalate the situation and get the fuck out of there. That is what you should do here. This guy is claimed to be a combat veteran. What, is he supposed to scrap with him? Gage is not a fighter. He's made it clear he does not want to do that. So what's he supposed to do? Fucking scrap with him in the middle of the ocean here and get left for dead out there? Get his ass beat and throw in the water left for dead? It's stupid. That's a really dumb thing to criticize him for. And another thing, there was like 4 or 5 other dudes on the ship that Brock abandoned. Like, yeah, let's say he was able to get the best of this goober. Like, he took down Brock on his own ship. Well, who's to say the other 4 or 5 guys wouldn't then get involved and start fucking jumping him? Or maybe they have weapons. And it's so stupid to say that he did, like, a cowardly thing here. He did the thing that he thought gave him the best chance at surviving, which was just playing along and de-escalating. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I do think there's something wrong with Brock Horner himself. He's not the superstar, top-of-the-line, absolute best fucking charter captain this world's ever seen. He's no angel. I'll put up a couple of his charges here that I've seen floating around since this story broke, but I would also like you to hear from his side with a message from his attorney. This statement comes from someone who is both Brock Horner's attorney and his friend, and basically he's saying that Brock is sincerely sorry, he apologizes to Gage and Gage's family, and pretty much anyone that put their peepers on the video, commends Gage for the way he handled the situation so it didn't get worse, and that this doesn't represent who Brock is. And since this video went viral, his business has been destroyed and his reputation is damaged and his family has been harassed and threatened. And that some people have questioned his military service and accused him of stolen valor. It then goes on to say that he's a decorated combat veteran who was severely injured in Afghanistan, and basically saying that the stolen valor claims are complete baloney, but that he's not using it as an excuse, even saying that's not an excuse, but it's part of his story. Now, before getting more into the meat and potatoes behind that statement, I will briefly mention that stolen valor claim, because that was a big thing I saw people discussing. Is this actually a case of stolen valor? And I'm not sure. I've seen quite a lot of information conflicting on this topic here, but the big one I see float around is that he was in the army, but his position was a human resources analyst, not a combat veteran. I have no idea if this actually is a case of stolen valor or not, but it has been a big discussion point, and I don't know if it's actual stolen valor, if he was a human resource analyst or what. But that's why that was mentioned in that statement from the attorney. I have no clue whether or not it truly is stolen valor. But what I do know is true is that his business is in the shitter. It went straight into the gutter as a result of this. And it's not like that's without warrant. Why would you want a charter captain who's one mean word away from fucking blowing his lid off and literally charging a stranger. That puts your life in jeopardy too. You do not want to go out to sea with someone that unhinged. It makes sense why people would stop doing business with him and why his business would be damaged so much from a video like this coming out. Like, that checks out. I've also seen quite a few posts about things that he is apparently selling now as a result of all this, so there's been people kind of clowning on him, going, here's the best goddamn charter boat captain in Florida, maybe the world, who's on the water 300 fucking days a year, a combat war veteran with the esteemed Army Rangers. He has been vetted and has been determined that this is a lie. He was the best goddamn E3 human resources analyst the U.S. Army ever trained. Tarpon Coast Fishing Charters Captain Brock Horny Horner. And then pictures and information about a lot of things that he is allegedly now putting up for sale. Again, I don't know if that human resource analyst claim is true or not. I can't find definitive proof on, what actually is the story with his background in the service or anything like that. But regardless, the way he behaved, there is no excuse for, there is no justification for whatsoever. Yeah, again, even if Gage was the one behind all of it, his lights were off, he did cuss out Brock. Even if that is all Gage, the way Brock responded to it is still completely unacceptable. Like, 100% unacceptable. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because it was such an interesting rabbit hole I dived down. So, like I mentioned, 2 of the people that claim to be on that boat have made TikToks talking about it. So, just a crazy freak out. Anyway, that's really about it. So, yeah. Well, let's see the result. I'm unfamiliar with the lead singer of BTS. I only know their music. I don't jerk off to, like, statues of them like Helga from Hey Arnold.
I want to look like a lot happier.
Can I see what Jimin looks like so I can see how close he got to mimicking his look?
I just don't.
Maybe he's his doppelganger now.
Relate to this. You'll see I have the scars, and it's still very sore.
What did he get? Nipple improvements to look like Jimin? Is Jimin known for his nice nipples? You've got to be a special kind of evil to, like, indulge in someone that wants to do this. Oh, what are they giving him? Horns? Making him look like Devil Jin out here from Tekken.
Yeah. Wow.
It looks the same, just swollen.
And like this is...
Okay, so they didn't have the rights to show Jimin's face on this show, is what I'm gathering, since they blurred it, so I want to see what Jimin looks like. What? I'm guessing he's going maybe for this look? No. I mean, I don't have to look very hard to realize that this is not even close. You should get a refund. Like a blank slate. Have them set you up with like a new face. A canvas to try again.
To get to a point where you can't undo anything.
Look at him. He's looking like Pepe the Sad Frog right now. He's past that point where he can fix it. He's gone in too deep.
Thank you.
Just looks like Pepe going through an emo phase.
I
think
You know, I will say, the hair seems on point.
Taking incisions here and kind of cutting the skin out and then moving it across just to make the eyes more of an almond shape. So I don't want to look like a normal...
This guy's gonna look like an actual racist caricature of a Korean pop star.
Like,
wow.
So, yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. Well, this was a year ago. I've got to see what he looks like now. Oh, here he is. That was cute. That was real quick. I bet he looks exactly the fucking same. Just maybe like a pointier jaw, like a crimson chin.
Wow, this is the place. This is where they did Gangnam Style.
Where they did Gangnam Style? Oh my god, I need to go lick that floor.
And hope to all of his favorite hangouts, favorite places. Oh my
I'm sure that's exactly what Jimin would want.
Oh my god, I love you.
To run into some fucking serial killer looking whack job.
I love you so much. Starting Hey BTS.
This is the kind of guy on Twitter that's replying to every major hashtag with a don't care, stan BTS, and then a music video fan cam.
I just kind of want to...
Jimin flavor. Do they have Jimin flavor?
What does that mean?
He's not my Korean friend, so I will order for him.
What does Jimin flavor consist of? He peed into the ice cream machine, jerked off into it, and busted a load for flavor? Twitter would go nuts for that flavor, to be fair.
I'm gonna go
because every time I have surgery...
It looks like it hurts for them to smile. He can't smile.
After the procedure, Just so people
And now that he's
don't
gonna
worry
get his
and
fucking
very
jaw
safe
shaved off,
hands
it's gonna be
here.
even
I
worse.
know it's the best at you and he's a complete
Oh, you want to look like
specialist in
Jimin? That's the
facial
5th
contouring.
surgery this
I know
week.
some people don't
We're getting
understand
better at
plastic
it, but the
surgery,
first one looks
but it's
straight out of a
certainly
fucking horror
become a
movie.
lot more normalized around the
We'll do our
world.
best this time, though.
And at the end of the day, cute K-pop nose and a very cute, smaller face. So that's kind of the surgeries I'm looking for.
This guy doesn't
I'm
give a
not
fuck. He's just
actually
here for your money,
race.
man.
I
He's
have
gonna do a little
respect
half-assed job and call it a day. I would.
Appreciation, not cultural appropriation.
Oh yes, K-pop
Why
knows,
should it
right?
be an issue when someone
Yes.
can change to... I'm finally back in
Watch him
London.
actually
So
look
it's now
exactly
been
like
2 months,
Jimin.
since my surgery. Hi. It's
Watch him look
me,
absolutely
man.
gorgeous, but I'm expecting handsome Squidward.
It's me.
Let's see it. Come on, Ollie.
Without the mask, with just Jamie, I didn't know it's you.
You didn't know it was me?
I'm in
Oh,
suspense.
thank you,
Come
Sam. I
on.
just wanted to tell you guys, you might not take it well.
I knew
It looks exactly the same. What the fuck?
knew it. Oh my god.
I know. I know.
Every single one of their thought processes is act surprised. Make it sound like I'm surprised at how great he looks and how different. He just looks like a soccer mom. That looks like the same kind of woman that would walk into a GameStop and demand a better trade-in deal for her son.
I haven't told her yet, so basically I'll tell you what I got. So I got a rhinoplasty, which was...
Oh my lord.
And then I also got an alloplasty.
I
which
got
is
the
base
Karen
of my nose
surgery.
to make the nostrils
Very
more even.
popular. Very popular, they said.
Very... What?
If you didn't tell me which was the before and which was the after, I would have no
Seriously,
idea.
You know, it makes me...
Almost like
You know what? Hats off to him. He had a dream, and man, did he fuck it up.
your life began.
It began. It began.
K-pop
You know,
literally
it
ruined
changed
this
my
man's
for the
life.
better. I've turned into
All of
a
his
butterfly.
finances went into this obsession. I hope one day Jimin does meet this guy. That way he knows the true magnitude of what he's done. I identify as Korean now. I'm getting my 6th nose job. We know this guy. This is, don't tell me his name, don't tell me his name. It's, Ollie London. I remember. I remember when he, was just a huge Jimin fan stalker. And I've seen on Twitter, I've kept up with some updates, he's undergone multiple surgeries to look Korean. And, yeah, it's pretty awful, really.
People need to accept the fact I do look like Jimin. I'm pretty much identical to Jimin. I even coined the term transracial. I've had a lot of backlash for identifying as Korean, but I'm just living my truth.
It's pretty fucking
They're
rough.
saying that I don't look like Jimin, which finally I'm gonna...
Every
achieve
doctor that has
People
worked on
look
him
that I've
should
always
be
wanted.
fired and have their license
This
revoked.
is it. I've got my new nose.
Hey!
How are you today?
Good to see you,
I'm
enabler.
London. I'm originally from the UK. Yes. Jimin, I love you. I love you so much. Starring Hey BTS.
It's gotta be really hard
TikTok
being
star
BTS,
and also
honestly.
a YouTuber. My procedures. I always go to the doctor and say, okay, please make me look Korean. Please make me look like Jimin.
How does he afford
It's
all
really
these
difficult to
surgeries?
count 'cause I've done so many,
I think
but
his
would say
parents are
probably
super
like
wealthy, if I
18
remember right.
procedures. Probably spent now, probably
it's been a while.
over $200,000. Chin, eyes, brow lift, chest, nipples, liposuction, so many things.
Whoa,
I would
wait,
call
what?
myself transracial because
Why nipples? What? Why? What was the point of that? That must have just been like a package deal. The fucking surgeon was like, yeah, if you give me an extra 15K, I'll just do your nipples too. He's like, fuck it. Run it. Are Jimin's nipples even public? Let me look this up. Jimin nipples. Jimin's got nipples! Holy fuck! That's big. That's big. I see why I got his nipples done now.
really horrendous. I've had murder threats, people saying they don't know where I live, what hotel I'm staying at, they're coming to come and kill me. People have made petitions online.
Little do they know
thousands
he's
of
bulletproof
signatures
from all
saying
that
I should be
plastic
sent in a
surgery.
rocket to space off the planet. Cruel names, they compare me to all sorts of celebrities, say that I look like Ellen DeGeneres instead of Jimin. People that call me racist, it's like, you know, actually get to know me. I get so many people coming up to me and it's always a positive response. 99%.
Do they ask
of
up
the
for
time, they're
autographs
like,
thinking
"Oh my
that you're
God, I love you,
Jimin?
I love what you do.
Because you
being
do look like twins.
I'm so excited today. I'm going to be meeting Bibiana and some of my amazing friends, Pam and Kayla.
You need
as
better
well. We're
friends.
Maybe. I'm so excited. I can't believe I'm in Texas.
What's new?
He doesn't look like Jimin?
What's going on?
Are your eyes
Wow.
open?
I mean, I've had such a crazy few months.
Okay.
Bibiana, can you take this? Kayla?
I think I can.
I mean, you know what I'm like, right?
Oh my god, he's gonna meet Jimin.
What? A surprise? Is it Jimin?
He's gonna meet Jimin! He's in the box, it's his head!
What is this?
This is big.
So the surprise
Oh my god.
is I am gonna have a revision rhinoplasty, so I'm having my nose done again to get the
Lame.
Korean nose.
Not Jimin,
and
not
nipples,
interested.
And voila, I'll be 100% Jimin. When I see my nipples, they're kind of asymmetrical, they have scarring and stuff.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
make
that
this
happens with Jimin nipple
Oh
surgery.
my god.
So you want to go ahead.
Okay.
Pretty risky procedure.
Okay, I'm nervous. I know it's gonna be last one because I'm with you, you know.
I can't believe his nose
Previous
still
doctors
works.
have warned me if I have one more nose surgery, my nose could fall off. But I trust Dr. Aguyo, and I know.
Yeah, he's even using Maya 3D
We
there.
understand that. Look at the septum.
He just fucking hits it with a hammer.
Your septum is deep.
I had a botched procedure before,
Nipples?
so I kind of have scarring here,
Right.
and asymmetry in my nipples. So wondered if that was something you.
Hold on, let me compare. Let me bring up Jimin's nipples again. I don't know. Actually, they might have actually got that right on the nose. Jimin nipples, Ollie nipple. That might have been worth the $50,000. Like if I was to zoom in here on both nipples, I wouldn't know if it was Jimin or Ollie. It's a tough call. Tough call to make. I don't think it's worth the redo. He's trying to take a mulligan on it, but I just don't think it's worth it. Ollie, just run with those nipples.
I'm gonna get my Korean nose and my Korean Jimin nipples, and finally complete my transition of becoming 100%
Korean Jimin nipples.
Hey
guys, just had my surgery. I'm feeling absolutely amazing.
His nipples are like fucking protruding out like
already see the
fucking diamonds.
Can you understand why people are
Show me those fucking nipples, Ollie. Don't hide them. Don't be selfish.
Jimin's nipples, and I've also got Jimin's new nose.
I feel like you can identify as a different race. That's totally cool, as long as you're respecting the culture.
Oh, have you seen Joe Rogan's nipples while we're on the subject? Before we get the grand reveal here. Check out Joe Rogan's nipples. I was looking at these bad boys the other day. They're fucking nuts. Joe Rogan's got some crazy fucking milkers on him. Look at these bad boys. I've never seen nipples that look like that. It's like two baby fingers. Maybe he should have got surgery to get Joe Rogan nipples instead. Start mixing matching looks. So a little Jimin, a little Joe Rogan. Yeah, fucking cool.
And oh my god.
Show me, Ollie.
So beautiful. Here it is.
It's Jimin!
Guys, I am so happy.
Oh, he did it.
I can't believe it. You know, I've waited my whole life.
Where'd Ollie go? Jimin, what did you do with Ollie? Where is he at? Bring Ollie back out now. This is a good prank, but I want to see Ollie again.
I'm one of them. It's 2021, you know, people identify in so many different ways. I think it's fantastic people can be whoever they want to be. So
Wow.
just onwards and upwards, I'm Korean. People need to accept
Man,
that.
he
I do
should
look like
sue
Jimin,
that
I'm
plastic
much identical
surgeon
to Jimin.
ASAP. Like, as soon as possible. Like, really, like now. Genuinely. Which one's the real Jimin, huh? And then here, to like now, you know, Jimin's mom probably wouldn't even be able to recognize him from Ollie. Wow, the transformation is complete. Do you think the doctor, I forgot his name. I don't know, Dr. Evil, whatever the fuck. Do you think he did this on purpose? Like he was just laughing about it? He was like it looks like a nose you'd create in Dark Souls characters creator. He had to have done this on purpose, like with a big smile on his face. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck this guy's day up. You know, as long as Ollie's happy, that's what matters. Though I will say, getting closer and closer to looking more like Ellen with every surgery. My 8.5 million fans mistake me for Scarlett Johansson. To be fair, looks a lot like Scarlett Johansson in this thumbnail.
Именно людей достаточно много думают,
Well, holy shit, she actually looks a lot like Scarlett Johansson. She didn't even get surgery to look like her. Meanwhile, fucking Ollie spent how much? $250,000 to look like Jimin? She was just born looking like Scarlett Johansson? Sometimes you just get lucky. If I was Ollie, I would be furious right now. But does she have Scarlett Johansson's nipples? Yeah, true, she'll have to get the ScarJo nipple surgery.
Сегодня
That is a really
проверялась
uncanny
на чёрной
resemblance.
вдовы, потому что
That
обычно,
was not
когда,
overhyped.
у меня какая-то новая цифра.
Wait, which one's Kate? This one's Kate, right? But is this her doing cosplay, or is this actually what Scarlett Johansson looks like? Now I don't know. I'm getting fucking lost. So I know this is Kate. Is this Scarlett Johansson, or are they both her? This is also Kate? Holy shit. I wanted to take a trip down memory lane today and look at an old legend, the world's chillest man. Tony Tovar was in a situation where his local bar was being robbed at gunpoint and things didn't quite go as the robber planned. This happened in late 2019, and I think once COVID hit in 2020, a lot of people seem to have forgotten who the world's chillest man is, and I want this to serve as a reminder because the COVID era is like the Void Century from One Piece, and I haven't seen anyone mention Tony's name in a long time, and that's just not right.
He's the guy who became a national sensation as the world's chillest man.
Sometimes you just have to stand up to punks like that.
Tony Tovar just nonchalantly sat there, lighting up a cigarette as his favorite neighborhood bar was robbed.
I'll show you some clips from the full security camera footage in a moment because I don't think the Inside Edition Supercut does it justice with how badass this is. He is the Zen master. Tony is cooler than the other side of the pillow. He's just got ice in his veins. I don't think his heart rate ever went above 70 BPM. And it's not like the robber came in here with like a handgun or anything. He blasted into the Thunderdome here with a fucking boomstick. He's got the lumber. And yet, Tony doesn't give a fuck. This guy entered his domain. He's not trapped in here with the robber's trapped in here with Tony. This is when Tony's first alerted to the robber's presence here with the gun. You can't really see the exclamation point go over Tony's head like in Metal Gear because he's just not even like bothered at all. He's been alerted but doesn't give a fuck. Everyone around him starts ducking and complying, the safest thing you can do, but Tony's built a little different, so he's just going, to the wind with that. That's for the birds. I'm just gonna go ahead and scroll and see if my team won with the recent game scores. And then he gets the gun shoved into his ribs. The robber tries to take his phone and Tony says, "Nope, not on my watch, Buster," and rips it back. That's just actual anime protagonist energy right there. Like, his power level is so far above the robbers that he just doesn't even register it as a real threat. It's just somewhat of a nuisance to Tony here. It's just crazy because this guy comes in here with a big gun. Like, we're not talking noisy cricket out of Men in Black. We're talking like meat. This guy comes in here with a big gun and Tony's just more relaxed than anything. It looks like he's listening to ASMR. Like, he's dozing off here. It's just no big deal to him.
Tovar looked cool as a cucumber as the other patrons at Bierman's Bar in St. Louis followed the robber's orders and hit the deck.
He puts the barrel of that gun into your rib cage. What's going through your mind?
He was reaching for my phone at the same time, so what was going for my mind is, no, this is not going to happen.
That's just a menacing aura right there. I'm honestly impressed the robber didn't just leave after Tony took his phone back. Like, that is just, like, that's actually scary. Tony's just like, so he's reaching for my phone, and I said, nope, that's just not going to happen.
The surveillance video is silent. Now, Tovar is revealing what words were exchanged during his scary encounter.
He actually asked me, "I need the money out of your wallet." I just said, "I got $2 in my wallet and that's for my next beer." I actually told him, "Hey, since you're back there, get me a beer." He looked at me and says, "No, get your own beer."
Not only does Tony shake off the robber with the gun in his ribs like he's bulletproof, he starts shit-talking him. He starts going like Xbox Live mode. He's like, now he's just taking the piss here. Like, of course, the surveillance camera is silent, so there's no way to know for sure if that's what he said, but I trust him. I really do. Like, I imagine he actually did say that, because he does say something. You can see it in the surveillance camera footage. He does say something to the robber when he's behind the bar after lighting up a cigarette. And I love the way he tells the story, too. He's just like, yeah, so told him, might as well make me a beer, right? And then I wrote his name in the death note. Also, I've got to say, God bless that bar's prices. If you're getting $2 beers there, you hold on to that tight. That's precious. I can't remember the last time there was a beer for $2 at any place I've been in Tampa. The amount of time Tony had this gun just pointed right at his face is just frightening. And yet Tony doesn't flinch at all, just lighting up the cigarette right in front of him. It just oozes intimidation, like his spiritual pressure, like a character out of Bleach, is on another level here. Now, obviously, this is the most dangerous way imaginable of handling a situation like this. It's extraordinarily lucky that Tony didn't end up just getting shot and killed here. It's extremely lucky that no one was hurt in this entire situation here. And I do want to mention the guy next to Tony. So as you can see, he's getting the gun shoved into his back to bring his wallet out and give him the money inside of it, which he does. He complies, which is the right thing to do. And then moments later, he also lights up a cigarette just like Tony. So now you have two dudes here just kind of hard fucking chilling, smoking a cigarette during this robbery. I guess Tony was just giving out chill pills, and this dude's like, alright, you know what, I'll just go ahead and start smoking a cigarette too, you know, no reason to stress.
After taking money from other patrons, the robber forced the bartender to open the cash register. He took all the money, $200 in total. All the while, Tovar just sits there taking it all in. His advice for anyone else who finds themselves in a similar situation: don't do what he did.
If you don't want to get hurt and you're not sure, comply.
He is absolutely right. Tony's behavior here should not be emulated under any circumstances. The best thing you can do is comply, because it's just not worth getting killed over. You never know how unhinged the other person is. Like I said, Tony just got extremely lucky here. Like, this easily could have gone much, much worse, and it's just very fortunate that it didn't. Now, Tony seems like a great guy. Inside Edition actually did a follow-up with Tony the year after this happened, just to kind of see how he's doing and what's going on, and he just seems like a legitimate sweetheart.
Tony's been a master mechanic for 38 years and currently works at Century Tire and Auto in St. Louis, Missouri. His boss agrees with the headlines seen on Inside Edition's YouTube channel more than 50 million times.
Tony is the world's chillest man.
A master mechanic and a master at chilling. Even his boss seems like a super cool character. I love the way he comes in and says, "Tony is the world's chillest man." It reminds me of like an old radio show host. "Behold, the man who can chill under any circumstances, in a pool of sharks, in a pool of lava, in a pool. He can chill anywhere, in the face of bullets, the face of cannons. You can't stop him from chilling." I don't know, he just seems cool.
Inside this bar behind me is a regular watering hole. I lived right there. There are local neighbors that depend on coming here and feeling that they're safe, to have their refreshments, and to not be bothered.
Is there anything more wholesome? Just a mechanic and his boss and his friends going to the local bar just to shoot the shit.
Tony wants people to know that even though he seems untroubled by danger, he fought to have this seat at the bar.
I'm a very honest person, forthright, hardworking, and nobody is going to take what I have worked hard for, under any circumstances.
As for the suspect in the armed robbery case, Kevin Moore pleaded not guilty to charges against him. He remains behind bars as he's being held with no bond.
He actually wrote a letter while he was incarcerated and apologized to the bar. And we put that letter on the wall. And people ask me, well, what do you think about him? I said, you know what? If I met him again today, I'd ask him to pray with me.
Amen. And that's the most recent update I can find on Tony Tovar. That's just, I don't know, it's just so sweet. They then frame the apology note from the robber. Like, what the fuck? That's so cool. Again, definitely like the worst way ever of handling a robbery situation, because he could have just been shot and killed for it, but he didn't. And he seems like a really wholesome guy, and, you know, he's still earned that title, the world's chillest man. It's been quite a few years now, and I can't think of a more chill man in the world, at least none that pops into my head immediately. So yeah, I just wanted to tell the story of Tony Tovar because it's been quite a while and I haven't seen his name around in a long time. I hope he's doing well. I hope the bar is still doing well and it's safe and everyone there is safe. That's really about it. See ya. Well, I saw a real doozy of a video today, and I think it's only fair that all of you share in this pain with me. You know how in Pacific Rim they have 2 pilots sharing the neural load together so that way they can operate the mech because it's too much for one person to bear? That's how I feel about this video I just watched. It's about a husband who is addicted to drinking his wife's breast milk. I'm using the word addicted a bit loosey-goosey. I don't think he's, like, physically addicted. He won't go through withdrawals if he doesn't have his wife pop her titty out so he can suckle. But he is a huge enthusiast of her brand of product. And they filmed a little documentary about it, so let's take a peek at this interesting relationship.
He likes my milk just how some people like, you know, cow's milk. He just likes my personal milk.
Dude clearly just likes slurping the boob juice here. Getting drunk off the honkers potion.
I originally started breastfeeding my husband Alex on a cruise years ago. I forgot my breast pump, and at the time I was currently breastfeeding my daughter Aria. I mean, there was no other way of getting the release of milk that I needed.
She gets engorged and she has extra milk, extra lactation.
I don't like to use the word hero lightly, but this man fits the very textbook definition of a hero. He suckled on his wife's bosom when she needed it most. Now, all jokes aside, I decided to look it up out of curiosity. It is apparently extremely painful for a woman who's lactating to not be able to, like, pump the milk out. So I actually did read stories about husbands who did this in order to help, but all of them only did it in, like, dire situations where their wife was in, like, physically debilitating pain from being engorged. Not, you know, for pleasure. Whereas this extends far beyond this. Like, while it may have stemmed from a desperate situation where his wife was in pain and he wanted to help, it became a fetish. No matter how much they insist it's not a fetish, I think it's very clearly something stimulating here about drinking his wife's breast milk every chance he gets.
It was actually recommended by his family member. And at the time, I thought it was gross, but it ended up being the best thing. He practically saved my life, I like to say.
Saved a life.
Sucking titties to save a life. That is a Marvel superhero. A champion. I'm also very curious how all of this unfolded. Like, a family member being the one to recommend this. Like, you know, this was prescribed by my parents, we gotta try it. I wonder what happened. So she's in pain, they call 911, help, my wife forgot her breast pump. They think it's a prank call, they hang up. Then they decide to call their family, help, what do I do? Listen, like a snake bite where you suck the venom out, you're gonna have to suck the milk out of the titty. It's like, oh, goodness gracious. That's just crazy enough to work. I'm on it. And then it leads to all of this.
I went home, there was no more milk, my daughter was weaned off, and then when my son was born, it started up again.
So, you know, I take care of business the way that I did before.
Babe, I'm full, I hope you're thirsty.
Let's do this. The benefits that I feel like I've experienced is, I feel like I got clearer skin. I feel like it's helped my immune system. I haven't really gotten sick in the past
3 years.
I feel like it clears my mind, you know what I'm saying? More of like a meditation thing.
Man, what the fuck? Does she have the fountain of youth in her titties? Like a panacea to cure everything. It gave him clearer skin? Is that how we get rid of, like, acne? Oh, help, I'm having a breakout. Mom, get in here, quick. I've got 4 extra zits. It's the only way? Like, what in the world? Immune system, I'm not qualified enough to speak on the health benefits of adult breast milk consumption for a stronger immune system. There's probably more efficient ways. And then meditation. Maybe it's very calming. I mean, sucking breasts is amazing, of course, but when milk comes out, that's usually when the party would stop and be like, oh, whoa, why? The act of a titty in your mouth is calming, but if there's any fluid that leaks out, it's really not a special surprise inside most people would be thrilled about, I don't think. So I don't know about the meditative state that it puts them in being universal for most people. But hey, you know, who really knows, huh?
Is it a fetish?
It is not a fetish. A lot of people think it's a fetish, but it doesn't lead to anything sexual. He just likes my milk.
Feel better? So right now we both are content creators.
Unsurprisingly, as content creators, they felt the need to publicize and film all of this because for some reason nothing can be private anymore. Now, I've always said I really don't care about people's personal fetishes as long as it's between two consenting adults in the privacy of their own bedroom behind closed doors, no one's getting hurt. Who cares? You can put a straw in your partner's butthole and suck the farts out every night. Doesn't affect me at all. Little goofy, sure, whatever, you can make jokes about it, whatever, but at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. And then here, it's very different because they are actively filming and publicizing their kink. And no matter how they try and defend it saying it's not sexual or anything, I think the husband is saying something very different with the way he acts about it. Like when his wife says that she's engorged, he starts doing this with his hands like a cartoon villain, saying it's time to get down to business. You know, he doesn't need to suck the milk out of her titties anymore. It's the 21st century. We have the technology to get that milk out. He is clearly doing it because it is gratifying for him, and the way he talks about it, he clearly fucking loves it. Like, that, to me, seems to be a fetish. And then making content around it, like, I truly just don't understand why it wouldn't be something that they'd keep private between the two of them. And the content they make around it, I think, is really fucking weird. So, like, one of the videos they show here, I can't show the clip, it says, "Greedy people during lunch be like," and it's a video of the husband walking up to the mother who is actively breastfeeding one of their children. The husband is recording this and then points to the breastfeeding and says, "Let me get the rest of that. Let me get the rest of that." I think that is such a fucking weird video to film.
And I'm a musician, so I make music.
Milk float, milk float, milk float, milk float.
I made a song called Milk Flow. It was just me saying, we just doing us, you know what I mean? We was just dancing around.
He made a whole song about sucking milk out of his wife's titties. That is wild. Like, they are making their entire presence around this. And I'm just going to fast forward a little bit here because a good point gets brought up by the interviewer saying, don't you think that this is going to have some kind of repercussions for your kids going forward when other people see this? Do you think they'll get, like, bullied for it? And that's a very fair thing to ask.
I do not breastfeed in front of my children. I think it's just between me and my husband, so it's something that we keep private. Okay.
Do you think that this could impact your kids in the future if they see it online?
I don't believe it would impact them in the future. If this is going to impact them on their future, I believe it will be in a very positive way. They're going to learn from it and they're going to milk the situation.
I don't know why she's trying to make it seem like this is just a private thing between the two of them. The husband made a whole fucking song about drinking your breast milk. Like, this is anything but private. They post these videos online. So even if the kids aren't actively seeing dad suck mom's milk out every night, they are eventually going to be made aware of the videos you've posted of that, which the interviewer calls attention to, saying, don't you think this could pose problems in the future? And the father just kind of brushes that off and even makes a joke out of it, saying, I know if it happens, they'll milk the situation. He's really trying to be the breast milk guy, which is such a weird fucking personality to try to adopt. I don't really know why he'd want that to be his brand image or whatever. But it's a really legitimate question and something they should be thinking about because their kids will likely be made aware of these videos in one way or another, and they could get problems at school or something for it. Like, I could already see kids being really mean about it and bullying them, saying things like, hey, you know, is your dad gonna drink the breast milk your mom leaves out for Santa Claus this year at Christmas? Like, it could pose problems for them. And especially because the videos they film, I guess, also have the kids present in them sometimes. Like, that's going to be an issue, no doubt.
When you guys told me about the breastfeeding thing, it's just, you almost wonder, am I related to Alexander?
How did you feel when you saw us do it?
I felt disgusted.
This is the husband's sister here. And apparently, they told her about the breastfeeding thing between the two of them. Why? It's very clear that they don't want this to just be some kind of private thing they do in the bedroom. They want to share this with as many people as possible. Why? That's so fucking weird. And apparently not only did they tell her about it, they showed her. They asked her, how did you feel when you saw it? So what, did they sit his sister down and say, listen, you're going to watch this right now. He's gonna drink breast milk out of this breast right now. Come here. Fucking latch on. It's just so peculiar. I would never sit down, my grandma be like, listen, Meemaw, eating ass tastes great. So watch this. I'm gonna bring this girl in here and eat her butt out, and you're gonna watch it. Damn it! Like, it just why not just keep things private? It doesn't make sense.
Matthew is getting weaned off the breast milk.
Breastfeeding stopping soon. The way I feel about it is it's like a bittersweet moment.
What a tragedy. So they're going to be weaning off their youngest, but I feel like it's going to be much harder to wean off her husband from the breast milk than the actual child at this point. I can already imagine how this might have unfolded when she broke the news that it's about time we stop with the breastfeeding. He just drops to the floor on his knees. No! Just going wild on it as tears are streaming down his face. But yeah, anyway, I watched this earlier today, so I thought it was only fair you had to see it as well. That's about it. See ya.